Hi all, welcome you all to the lecture video session on contents of project report and how to formulate a project report, what are the contents, how it has to be placed. In the previous lecture video session, we were discussing about the contents of the project report where we discussed about the general information, which is the information about the investor and then the present status, past status, and then what is the project, what kind of project it and where exactly it belongs to, and also about it should also give the relevant information about the product and then the investor. If the proposed business is a manufacturing unit, then it must also spell out about the demand for the product and then the input resources and then the output resources, whether it is a local one or the global one or national or the international market. And the next one is the content of the project report should also give the executive summary. Second content is the executive summary, where the project report must state the objectives of the business and the methods through which the business plan is expected to attain the success. Third one is the organization summary, where the report should indicate the organization structure and the pattern proposed for the unit. It must state whether it is a ownership one, ownership is a private or the public sector, or what is the tree of the project, what is the tree of the organization, and whether it is a joint stock company or it is a partnership company or a private owned. It must also provide the information about the biodata of the promoters, and it should also include the biodata of the promoters along with the financial soundness, that is the financial stability of the promoters, the name, age, address, qualification, experience of the promoters and the businesses that they are involved in must also be stated in the organization summary. Fourth one is the project description, which should show all the details about the location of the site, raw material requirement, target of production, area that is required as a work shed, and then the power requirements, infrastructure requirements like water, and then the employment requirements like human resources, production process, and then the projected production volume, whether it works in the shifts or in one shift, and the unit prices of the product, and also it should give the pollution treatment plant that is required, whether the fuel requirement is required. Relevant information about the project has to be given, and whether it should also indicate whether the business is a service oriented or the manufacturing oriented. Next one is the market plan. The project report must clearly state the total expected demand for the project. It should also state the price at which the product can be sold in the market, and what is the market share that it is expected to grab, and what is the competitor share of the market that is already existing. And project report must also have the the indication of type of the customers, target markets, and also it must also have it must also indicate the nature of the market. It must also indicate the market segmentation, sales objectives, and marketing cost of the project and or the product, and demand for the product, whether it is the local market or the global market or the national market, it has to indicate. It must also indicate the potential users of the products and then the target audience. So the next one is the capital structure and the operating cost. It should give the complete the project report must describe about the capital structure and the requirement of the capital requirement of the project. It must also state the source of the finance. It must also indicate the extent of the owner's funding investments and then the borrowed funds. It must also give the source of finance and then the working capital requirement, source of the supply, and then the estimate of the total cost. It should include the civil works and then the plant and machinery, that is the fixed costs, total fixed assets, preliminary expenditures, and then the prospective expenses that is going to incur, that is going to add up to the capital. Next one is the management plan. Management project report should have the business experience of promoters. It should detail about the management plan. It should give the duties and responsibilities of the team members. It should also give the current personnel need of the organization, methods of managing the business, and then the plans for hiring and then training personnel, and also it should give the programs and the policies of the management. The next one is the financial aspects. So we need to judge the profitability of the business of the projected profit and also the loss amount. So, management plan, after learning about all these, the contents that the project report must have, we should look into the financial aspects. We need to see that, during the financial aspects stage in the project report when we form, we should also take the balance sheet into the account. Cash flow statement should be there, and like the fund flow should be there. Fund flow statement should also be there, and it should also be prepared for every year. And the accounting and the inventory system will give the proper projections. It has to be usually generally addressed in this section of the project report. And also the income statement and the debit and then the credit assessments, and then the cash flow projections. It should also include a 3-year summary, and detailed by the month for the first year, and detailed by quarter, and then the detailed by second year, and then the third year. So every quarterly statements have to be projected here in this financial aspects. Coming on to the technical aspects of the project report must provide the information about the technology that is involved, and also the plant and machineries that are required, and then the complete technical aspects of the project. It also should cover the information on the technology that is selected for the project, production process, and then the capacity of the machinery, and all kind of technical details have to be given. During the project implementation side of the project report, every proposed business must draw a timetable for the project. So the timetable must indicate the time frame within the activities which are involved in establishing the enterprise. Enterprise can be completed. So the timetable that is drawn will definitely give the project implementation status, and it will give the time to time implementation status as projected. Social responsibility of the project has to be mentioned in the project report. The proposed units draws the inputs from the society, and so the contribution to the society by the project while implementing the project or while launching a new project have to be mentioned, and that should show the employment generation, and then the income that it is going to bring, and the income exhorts, that means the distribution of the wealth, and then the output of the business must also be indicated in the project report. So all these are going to form the complete project report. So formulation of the project report goes with the different type of the informations that are involved under these headings. As I already mentioned, the formulation of the project report should go with the different steps as per the guidelines that is given by the Planning Commission. A good project report should contain the information and the content that is needed, that is looked upon by all the stakeholders like owners, partners, investors, banks, and then the government agencies, shareholders, everyone. So a typical content page of a project report looks like this. So as I show here. Okay. So the content page will show as the first column as a executive summary. Executive summary should show the introduction, proposed projects, financial analysis, project profitability, SWOT analysis. Second, the table of the content that is shown as company details. Company details should show that what is the history of the company, promoters, board of directors, key executives involved, major products, and then the major customers, details of division. So in this, the third one is the project details. Under the project details, it should show proposed project, proposal of the project, location, manufacturing process, technical feasibility, technical know-how, inputs for production, and manpower, water, power. So under the project cost, it has to show the land, building and civil works, and then the plant and machinery, pre-production expenses. And under the project cost, it should also show the pre-production expenses. After this, we have to mention the means of the finance, the term loans and then the advances, working capital loan, equity share capital, deposits, debits, and then the other sources. All these have to be mentioned in the means of finance. So next is the project status. When we see the project status, we have to show the schedule of implementation, the techniques that are used for the controlling, that is the So here in this we will use the networking techniques, that is PERT and CPM networks, and then the government approvals have to be taken in and have to be mentioned under the project status. Next one is the profitability and the risk analysis. In the profitability and the risk analysis, we are going to mention analysis of the break-even point, return on investment, that is ROI, and then the payback period, payment period, everything is mentioned, and major risk factors will also be mentioned under profitability and risk analysis. Next, ninth one is ninth content. In the content, ninth column goes with status of competition. Under the status of competition, the general analysis of the competition in the market will be stated, and then the competing industries are also going to be stated there. Competing products will also be stated, and also the advantages of our product, that is the investor's product over other products, will also be mentioned. And 10th one is going to be with the conclusion, and the 11th one is going to be the annexures. In the annexures, whatever the annexures that are in the annexure A, promoters biodata will be given, annexure B, organization chart, annexure C, process chart, D goes with the details of orders and the inquiries for the product, E goes with the policies and then the objectives of the company, F goes with the statutory sanction and the approvals, and the G goes with the cost statements, H goes with the details of the group units, and then the I goes with the financials of the company, and J goes with the any other details. This is the total the content page, how the content page of the project report looks like, covering all the details as mentioned by the Planning Commission. So what are the errors in the project report? What are the errors in the project report? We can see that there are certain errors in the project report. So when we see the errors in the project report, we can see that why exactly this project report errors will come into picture. The project report errors may happen because of the product selection. The product selection goes with the like whether it is a short term product or the long term product. Capacity utilization estimates may not be completely utilized. The complete utilization of the capital or complete utilization of the human resources or the plant and machineries might not have been properly estimated. Market study might be incomplete or market study may be overshooted. Technology selection, when we think technology is ever changing pattern, so the change is going so rapidly that by the time the project is executed, if at all there is any delay, the product may be outdated and then the technology may be outdated. So we have to see that whether the technology selection is properly in place, whether it has got the lifetime or not. If there is a wrong estimate, then there could be an error in the project report. And then the location selection is also one of the most important criteria. Selection of the location may be wrong, and then it might not be the correct place for the correct product. So suitability matters a lot. So the selection of the ownership firm might not be properly indicated, so there could be an error in the project report with respect to the selection of the management profession. So so we have understood the generating the investment proposal, and then the selection of the project schedule, generating an investment proposal with respect to the decisions, and the capital rationing decision. Everything we have understood, and we have also understood what should come in under this project description and all the kind of general information that is to be positioned, and the assessment of the working capital requirements, content of the page. So this has to be, project has to be evaluated with respect to these particular points. So how do we formulate the project information? As I said, general information, project description, market potential, assessment of the working capital requirements, other financial aspects, economic and social impacts. All these have to be done, and with respect to the project implementation also. So after doing this, we will be moving forward to the project evaluation and selection. The steps that are involved in the project selection and project selection process are nothing but the first step is to develop a set of criteria against the project which will be evaluated, and also the next one is to list the base assumptions of the project. Third one is to gather the data and information of each project, and fourth one is to evaluate each project against the criteria. So we will discuss everything in detail.